Hi everyone, it's me, Ross, and it's time for coffee and Huawei. Let's do this. Okay guys, let's first start by going into settings. You can see the menu is still the same in the settings area. On the top you have your device and its parameters. If you tap it, you can see we are using HarmonyOS 6. And this is what today's video will be about, HarmonyOS 6, and specifically this is the latest available version. It's 6.0.0115 and everything is written down here. It's using kernel version is Hongmen kernel 1.11.0, but as I already mentioned, this device is an old device already because we have Mate 70, we have Mate 80 now, but I have only this device available because Huawei Mate and Pure series are very expensive to import them in Europe. That's why I'm using this device. So if you check for updates, yes, that's the latest version. And if you tap here on the upper right corner and tap on early access, if there is any betas available, it will be here. It's not. So this is HarmonyOS 6. It's a beta version. I participate in it. If you want to do this, to participate in this beta, you need to have a Chinese Huawei account. If you want to understand how to do this, I can show you in a different video, but today's video will not be about this. This is the home screen, typical for any Android device and for any Huawei device. Specifically, HarmonyOS is very smooth. Guys, I want to start first by going into settings and scroll system, language and region, and because all people are asking me, is there any new languages available with HarmonyOS 6? Yes, there is some languages available. If you tap here, you can see Chinese, simplified, traditional, English, Arabic, Spanish is something new, Uyghur, Tibetan, Russian, Japanese, Korean, French, and Vietnamese. That's everything we have at that moment available. I'm using English, of course, and HarmonyOS is continuing improving that list of languages, so in near future probably they will add more languages. But is there any major difference when you are using this HarmonyOS 6 different from HarmonyOS 5? Yes, we have some differences. They are not big because everything is just starting to refine more. They just polish the whole operating system. And now if you swipe here, this is the control center, this is the notification center. By the way, you can see I have notification from Gmail too. I will go to that, of course. But here it is, the notification center. What's the difference here? We have some blurry effect. If you start swiping up, you can see how it is hiding here. And this is just came with HarmonyOS 6. You can see it, how it is blurring behind the notification panel with your battery percentage signal and everything. You can see how it is just blurring. And if we go in photos, in gallery, for example, we have the same effect. And if you can see it's blurring when it's going behind that seam. You can see it. That's something new coming with HarmonyOS 6. And let's go back to this control center. Here now we have a lot more flexibility. If you tap here on that edit button, you can see now you can edit that top bar. Before that it was not the case. And you can put here, we can remove that, we can add new things. And also if you prefer here these bars for volume and brightness, if you prefer them vertically, you can just add them. Also we have here different presets, and it's very interesting, I can say. But you can edit here almost everything. In the bottom part it's almost the same. You can remove or add here a different shortcuts, I can say it, and this blur effect is all over everywhere when you start editing. So that's something new with the HarmonyOS 6 version. If you go in settings, they just refined here, they put the cloud storage and find device. If you start scrolling on the settings, until we are here in the settings, I want to show you something different. If you go in apps and services, before that, if you want to check the applications which are externally installed, you need to tap here and find them. But now it's a little bit different. Here are the first place when you start scrolling on the apps are the default applications. They came pre-installed, you cannot uninstall them. So these are, after that, we have an external applications, of course, installed by their Huawei app gallery. And after that, we have an real external applications installed by Easy Abroad or Drawing Tongue, which I will go in a second. And you can see they have here a small mark at the bottom right corner, which is showing it is coming from Easy Abroad, Drawing Tongue, or a different application. So now we have a lot more options here. If you want, you can tap on Gmail and you can give it all the permissions you want and disable some of them. Also, you have a permission history and media and files. Again, you have here phone permissions and notification access. You can enable or disable notifications for every external installed application, so they are feeling now you are using them as a system applications. This is something very interesting and important. And guys, something else which is very welcome for me, I really like it. This is that option. You can now on Huawei device, remember this Huawei device, you can double tap on empty space on a home screen to lock the screen. Yes, you can do this. And hear me out, Pixel and Google, your device is the only one which is not supporting this feature now. Keep in mind it. So if you double tap here, you can lock the device. This is something I was missing for a long period of time from Huawei devices, but now we have it. You can just double tap and lock the device. How to do this? Just go in settings, system, and from here shortcuts and gestures, and tap to lock screen. Double tap on any blank area of the home screen to lock your device. Yes, we finally have that option. Everything else is almost the same. Of course, devices feel smoother and it's very polished. Everything is animations are very nice. Keep in mind, this is Mate 60 Pro. It's not the latest gen of their CPUs, and this is not the most powerful device, but we have a nice animations here and there. Also, you can see what happened. We have a lot new features. I will go there now. We have a nice animations here when you start. Yes, you can see. Can you explain me what is showing on my home screen?
Screen recognition dialog is not available on this screen.
What about Google and all their applications? Because you can see we have here Chrome and we have emails coming from Gmail. If you go in App Gallery and search for Google, for example, not for example, just search for Google, and you have here Google, and if you even tap on that Google, it will go directly to Easy Abroad. Now we are here in our Google app inside Easy Abroad, but this is the Easy Abroad. You should install it to start using Google services, and then you can add your Google account inside it, and after that you can start downloading every applications. This is Droid Tongue. It is an application with almost copy all the features of this Easy Abroad, but a little bit different, and I will go there after a minute. But so you should install Easy Abroad, and when you open it, these are the settings of Easy Abroad. From here you can add your email, your Google email, and start using all the applications. And if you cannot understand anything here, just hold both thumbs on the screen and it will start. Select translate screen and it will analyze it and start translating it. This probably will be the easiest way to translate everything. And if you want to change the language, tap 1, select here English, and this is the page translated. So we have a login and register, app update. Here we have Google account. When you tap it, you should enter your Google account. You have permission manager, settings, and everything. So here is the permission manager, and I suggest you to give all the permissions to this application Easy Abroad, because inside it you will use Google Maps, you will use everything. So my advice is give it all the permission, so to be sure everything will work correctly. Also you have here notifications, give it permissions for notifications, of course, if you want to receive them. And guys, when you enter here your Google account, and if you go in the applications, here they are, and you can search here for an application. Here is a TikTok if you want to install, YouTube, and so on and so on. You can see how many applications we have here. We have Facebook, just hit it and it will start installing. Everything will work very good, and just give it permissions, it will start installing, and just enter your credentials. I already show you where you can go in the application section in settings and give it all the permissions. Here is the Google Maps, it's already installed. You can just hit it and it will locate you. To be honest, all of the apps are working very good now, way better than before. It was before that with HarmonyOS 5 location permissions were not correctly working, but now you can see everything is working, and it is even very fast. When you tap it, you can start now your navigation and it will run smoothly. All of the applications, I already explained all of these steps in my previous videos, but all of the applications, when you install them in this Easy Abroad, will be in that folder. Everything will be here from Easy Abroad. You can see what I just installed. And now guys, here with HarmonyOS 6, let's go for example with that YouTube music and hit on song. Now you can see we have a song playing. And what's the difference with HarmonyOS 5? The song is playing here in the media player. So media player is detecting you are playing a song here, and you can see you can select here from YouTube Music. The song is now playing from YouTube Music. You have the logo here, and this is very good. If you go here in YouTube and you can play some YouTube videos, for example, this is my video comparing Vivo X200 Ultra and Xiaomi 15 Ultra. Now you can just use the background player if you are even if you are not a premium user. How to do this? Just do like this and put the app here, and now it will continue playing. Just let you can see it's playing. You can rearrange it, you can expand it, you can make it smaller, bigger. Just this is working the same as background music player. You can close it, of course, and also you can play it here. You can put it like this and open a second application, for example this Google application, and now you can multitask them. You can start scrolling here, you can rearrange them, bigger, smaller, with very nice animations, you can see, and it will work like any Android device. In general, it is more fluid, more user friendly, and now you can install almost everything you want. And if some of the application you want, you cannot find it here in that Easy Abroad, and by searching here for the application, you can see I'm installing this set, edit and activity launcher even. But if some of the applications are not available, you can always just go in Chrome, search for some applications like this activity launcher from the APK mirror. Just download APK. You know, when you download applications with Chrome, you can just go here in downloads, tap on the app and it should be installed, but you can see it's written can't install. Now, how to install it? When you just download it with a Chrome, now go to your files application. Let me just go. Here is the home screen of the files application, and from here select my phone, compatible data, download, and here are all the downloaded APKs and everything you just downloaded from the Chrome. So just tap here. It will ask you to use a Droid Tongue. Select it, wait it, and just hit install. Easy as that. And now activity launcher is installed just like any other applications you want. And here it is, activity launcher. Guys, this is becoming more Android than ever. So definitely it is becoming more Android. With this Droid Tongue and easy abroad, you can use almost every application you need. Here it is, Geekbench 6. It is now in Play Store, and when you tap it, it will redirect you to Easy Abroad where you can download it. Just hit it and it will start downloading and installing this application. It is easier than ever. This is for sure. HarmonyOS 6 is becoming more user-friendly and more Android than ever. Guys, I think that's enough for a quick walkthrough in HarmonyOS 6. And of course, if you have any questions, if you have if you want something else to be shown by me, just let me know down in the comments. So don't forget, if you like this video, consider subscribe to my channel, and of course you can watch and like my other videos. This will help me a lot. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.